Greetings. Welcome back. This is BUS312, Professor Bennett, and we only have one more week left after this week. So let's dive into learning with Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. In Chapter 9, we're focusing on the managing and controlling ethics programs. This is often through the process of audits. We have such thing as ethics auditing. We'll learn about the benefits, the process, and the strategic importance. Next, we'll dive into Chapter 10. In Chapter 10, we're looking at globalization of ethical decision-making and why it's important to consider the culture, values, and practices of other cultures besides ourselves. This deals with multinational corporations as well as global cooperation to support responsible business. This is worldwide. Global ethical issues fall into many different categories, and you'll dive into some of those in this chapter. Finally, you'll better understand the importance of ethical decision-making when we live in a global economy. Let's take a look at the modules. In each module, you'll have the case study or dilemma, learning the content, once again going hand in hand with the process of the book. I have additional resources, videos, and tools to help you learn. In the Mind App activities, we have some additional simulation activities and knowledge questions. Should you ever run across a problem with a video, please skip. I also will report any issues to the MindTap Activities Technical Support. Your homework and activities for this week will include the Ethical Dilemma, Vocabulary Quiz. I am not requiring GRI exploration and have disabled that function. So with that disabled, we're going to move on to Chapter 10. In Chapter 10, in the globalization of ethical decision-making, we're talking about many different economic systems and how this applies to the values and cultures in those areas of responsible business. So I put a whole bunch of resources for you that might help you understand the global economy in a little different perspective. In addition, I have your MindTap activities. Your homework activities for this chapter will include Ethical Dilemma, as well as exploring a website. This is NIST, also previously known as CSRC. When we look at the NIST resources, there's two different directions that you're going to go. First of all, with the NIST, there's also a Computer Security Resource Center. A lot of talk recently about cybersecurity. Well, this resource is the National Institute of Standards and Technology. You'll find a lot of resources for you. It's created by the U.S. Department of Commerce, and it's for the protection and education. I have a link provided here to the parent site. I want you to kind of dig in, look around, and find information that you think is helpful. Once again, there'll be an application and reflection. I've placed Step 1, Step 2, and Step 3 here for you. Again, simply a narrative reporting out in 100 to 500 words of the gold that you found, things you learned, or items that impressed you. All right. This week, once again, it's all about Chapters 9 and Chapters 10. Chapter 9, Managing and Controlling Ethics Programs, and Chapter 10, Globalization of Ethical Decision-Making. Finally, your attendance verification for the week is based upon the National Institute of Standards and Technology. So if you simply select NIST as your keyword or phrase for the week, you will earn all 25 points. Once again, have a great week. We only have one more week together, so make it count. Have a wonderful week, reach out, and remember, learning is a lifelong process.